It's a 205 on our radio station. Slimane Zoughari is our guest. Welcome to our radio station.
Welcome, Adnen.
So I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay, I am originally from the city of Tozeur. I have a bachelor degree in conference interpreting, Arabic, French, and English. I am working now as a web editor in a French company, and I am doing translation in freelance. I am subtitling movies, documentaries, official documents, movie files, scenarios. I'm doing. I also do music. I am a lute player since 14 years now. I participate.
Should have brought your guitar.
Hmm?
You should have brought your guitar.
My lute.
Next time, bring your guitar.
My oud.
You're oud.
Oud.
Perfect.
I play oud.
Guitar. Perfect.
I have a story with my oud. I will tell you about it. I am playing music. I participated in 2 projects, cultural projects, international cultural projects, in which about 42 participants have participated. Half of them are from the Maghreb and the Arab region, and the others from European countries. So we made workshops, and this workshop led us to a big show. Which was presented 3 or 4 times there. The first time I was a participant, and the second time I was the leader of the group. So my professional career, I started as an administrative in school. Then I moved to Libya, where I worked as an administrative and a translator. And now I'm working as a web editor.
So you don't like unemployment? You don't like unemployment?
I don't like unemployment, and that's why I chose the ROC, the Republic of Carthage movement, because its axis is employment, and the fight. And the fight of unemployment.
So why this choice, Republic of Carthage movement? We're in Tunisia.
Yes, we are.
And the capital is Tunis.
Yes, we are in Tunisia.
I'll be asking the same question to your friend.
Okay.
In the United States.
We are in Tunisia, and the capital is Tunis. But we think that the fact that we belong to Tunisia, it's not enough to move us forward, to push us to change, to make us productive and good citizens for this country. Being Tunisian, it is good. But
it's not enough.
It's not enough, because going back to the story, to bring
our ancestors.
Yes, to bring the glory of Carthaginian people, the glory, the pearls and the treasures of this civilization. Now, unfortunately, what remains for Carthage is the festival. Is the ruins.
Not even the festival.
Yes, not even the festival.
The remnants of the festival.
Yes, the ruins of a civilization, a space for how to say.
Just for public events and.
Yes, that's it. So.
And you are looking for the spirit of Carthage.
Yes, the spirit of Carthage, and why not all the aspects that shaped the personality, if we might say, the personality of Carthage, because Carthage was one of the greatest republics that the history
Empires.
ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It was founded by Phoenicians in 814 BC. It extended to get or to reach Spain and Libya.
Mm-hmm.
And Barcelona is one of the
Main
one-
cities.
one of the main cities that was founded in the era of Carthage by the father of Hannibal,
Mm-hmm.
who is Amilcar Barca, or Amilcar of Barca, and it's the Barcan city,
Mhm.
and then it is changed by time to become Barcelona.
I like your spirit. We'll need a short break with music. We'll be back in about 4 minutes to talk about the leaders you are looking for with this movement, the Republic as a of Carthage. Clarkson. Welcome back. It's 2:14 on RTCE, and my guest is Slimane Zougari. Slimane, it seems that you're looking for leaders. Do you believe we have a leadership crisis in Tunisia? Is this why you consider Hannibal as an example?
Yes, in fact, we have a leadership crisis in our country, in all our story, because our leaders, I think that our leaders, the leaders that we met in history books, they are some of them are made up leaders, made up by strange hands, without.
You mean foreign hand?
Foreign hands, yes. And there are many other leaders who were shadowed by the politics, and it seems like the governments and even the governments that govern Tunisia and until now doesn't want that Tunisian have a good example to follow. She wants the Tunisian. They want the Tunisian to be always looking for an example, an external example. That's what we lack really. We are looking for a good example to follow. As you see in music, we are following external foreign artists in theater too.
But that's globalization.
Yes, I think, but
We could have leaders from other parts of the world, not necessarily Tunisian people.
yes, I agree with that. I have many leaders in foreign country, but we
You
need
mean icons?
but we need icons here, Tunisian icons, which we can follow, which we can consider as examples, as reference to our movement, and
Let's go ahead, please.
and that's why we chose the Republic of Carthage and its leader Hannibal, because Hannibal is a Tunisian, if we might say. He's a Carthaginian, but he is a Tunisian. He was born here, and he led many battles, and he even struck the crown, the crown of the Roman Empire. Why not such a Tunisian as in sports? Oussama Malouli has won the gold medal. Why not in politics and economics we can make such a thing?
We do have Oussama Malouli. We don't need to go to Hannibal.
Yeah, in sports.
In sports. We need one in politics as well.
Yes, in politics and economy and in success. We have many Tunisians who are successful in the foreign countries, but we need that the young Tunisians who live here and who are sitting all the day long in the cafes and in the streets
On Facebook.
and on Facebook.
And by the way, they can join us. RTCV English language program on
Yes,
Facebook.
we need them to participate in everyday life, to make the real face of Tunisia or the Republic of Carthage, because the Republic of Carthage as a name is not the essential thing. It is the goal, the final phase, the change of the flag and the
Change of the flag.
Yes,
Really.
there is.
This reminds me of an Egyptian movie.
Hmm?
Of an amazing Egyptian movie. Really? Are you serious?
Yes, we have a proposition, a suggestion to change the flag. Well, the same background, the red color, but the star to represent the Islam, and
The crescent as well.
and a complete circle to represent the basin of Carthage, the port of Carthage, the form of the port Carthage, which reflects
The power.
the power.
But this could be the flag of your political party or your movement, not necessarily the flag of the nation, because you know the history behind our flag.
The history behind our flag.
All the people who died for that flag.
We are the main goals of this movement is to give the real facts of the history, because our history is
Do you believe we've studied fake history?
it's not a complete fake history. We are not coming here to say, hey, we are the correct ones. We are the all-knowing ones. No, our history is complete of many errors made by colonialists, by the world powers, because history is made by the strongest. It's not the weak one who make the history. There are many truths who are hidden by the hand of the strong men and strong authorities in the world.
But it's a kind of conspiracy theory here. I don't like conspiracy theories. I just like people who work very hard, and it's obvious that one of those hard-working young Tunisian people. But why this conspiracy theory? Probably the problem is probably here in Tunisia, not there, not in Europe, not in the United States, not in North America.
It's not really the conspiracy theory, but we don't need to hide something, that the foreigners have a hand in all what happens in our country. We should be aware that the politics are a mix of all things, a mix of orientations, of profits. So the history, we can come back to history. The history is made is full of many errors that we would like to
correct. That's what you believe.
To clarify and give the real face of it.
So you don't need the Foreign Affairs Ministry and diplomacy in the new Republic of Carthage.
No, we need it. We need it because we will build a new kind of partnership. It's not a partnership made of the weak one, giving all his riches and all his profit for the other. We are here to be the strong one and to make the strong decisions and be in the front of all things.
We'll
the leaders.
To a short break.
Okay.
We'll have a short break with music. Robbie Williams. Stay with us. Guilty by Blue. Welcome back. It's 2:32 on RTC, and you are joined by a young Tunisian businessman and artist live from California. Karim Mokhtar is the founder of the Republic of Carthage movement. Karim, good morning.
Hi, Adnen.
How are you?
Thanks for inviting us. Very good.
Thank you for accepting the invitation. So it's about 2:33 or 4:33 a.m. in Halle.
Actually, it's 5:33 a.m. here.
Good. Okay. Sorry for calling you early.
Oh, no problem. I'm actually used to that. I get up very early.
Sure. You're one of the of the few who wake up early and work hard. Am I right?
Yeah, I do. Well, that's completely true. Well, you get no options, you know. When you live in the United States, you really get no options.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you. Yeah, I want to ask you about the Republic of Carthage movement. It's amazing how you opted for this choice of Carthage, the Republic of Carthage. Why not the Republic of Tunisia? I've asked the same question to your friend.
Good. Well, the movement started on mid-2012, and then later on a group of young Tunisian activists, artists, and professionals who live in and outside the country joined in. And I see that this number is growing day by day. The movement has several ambition goals that may sound at first maybe a little controversial for some of us. Among these goals, and maybe the most shocking, coast-to-coast shocking, is changing the name of the Republic from Tunisia to Carthage. I understand maybe some people are gonna ask me the question, why you want to change the name? That's our name, and we grew up knowing that name, and we're Tunisian. You know. Well, yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud to be Tunisian, but I'm also proud to be Carthaginian, and I believe our real name is Carthaginians and not Tunisians, and I will explain that to you.
Yeah.
Another one is to think. Another ambitious goal the movement has is to think of converting a good percentage of the hundreds of thousands of unemployed citizens to literally a cyber army of online business startups, owners, employees, and freelancers. And I believe we really can do this. There is no reason for us to wait this long to get employment in the country. We are highly educated. We have free education in Tunisia, so most people are highly educated, and we have no reason to really wait for anything. We can do this. We can take initiative, and we can create jobs on our own. We will develop a strategy to transform the way our people think of both the internet and work. And as you know, our current economy is really hurt. But there is good news as well. This can be fixed.
Good news? And really? You're talking about good news?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
What's that?
Are you kidding? Good news? Really?
Well, I'm not really kidding. So we just need to make a shift, in the way we think, in our mentality, the way we think of the internet. We tend to think that the internet is mostly for entertainment and just political debates and things like that. But we tend to transform all this to basically a money-making machine. There is no reason not to. We have a strong desire for freedom. All our young people have a very strong desire for freedom, and I believe that freedom. To reach that goal, we need to understand the concept of financial freedom as well. Because if you're not making money, if you're not getting some money, if you're not creating jobs, there is no way for you to become free at all.
Sure.
You might think you're free, but you're not really free because your entire country is controlled by a lot of foreign governments, because you're not really making your own decisions, and the government cannot make their own decision if people are not working. That's like the basis of all society is work.
Karim, you're talking about the internet and the use of the internet, but this is globalization. I ask the same question to Slimane. It's globalization. It's a globalized word, so we need to work together. Most of the time, you don't make your own decisions. You have to talk to people because we are not just one country in Africa or in the Mediterranean.
Of course not. Of course not. No, that's not what I'm saying, Adnan. What I'm saying is we need to really interact with other countries because we're not. In my opinion, we're not. We only interact in code to code and a productive way. You know. Okay. So some aspects of this are good, such as we're learning from other cultures. We're telling people about who we are, what we eat, how we dress, and all that stuff. But the main thing, the main purpose of the internet is, at least for the here in America or in Europe or a lot of those countries, it's, those people are making money out of the internet. We're not.
Okay, so for the moment, forget about making money. What about, talking to people about this program, this new political party or this movement, let's say political movement, the Republic of Carthage? How do you use the internet to reach out to people in Tunisia and in North America?
We do a lot of, some basic stuff such as the social networks, Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff, and then we try to get some other political leaders in Tunisia and outside of Tunisia, Tunisian people outside of Tunisia to join us. That's how we do it.
Karim, and what's the difference between the Republic of Carthage movement and other political parties? There are more than 100 political parties in Tunisia.
Right.
Is it a movement Is it a movement for the youth?
Yeah, it's the movement for the youth, but not just the youth. It's for anyone who believes in our history, and not just our history, who believes that our history, if you don't know your history, you're not going to be able to change your present and future.
Sure.
I believe we've been marginalized for a long time now. Tunisian people have been marginalized for a long time by our previous government and by colonialism and by a lot of different factors. And I believe it's time for us to wake up and to know exactly who we are, and to accept the other and to work hand in hand all together. So that's the main goal. And changing the name, by the way, you asked me about the why we want to change the name of Tunisia, right? The way we think of this is as follows. The name was already changed a while ago for some reason. We're not really trying to change the name, Adnan. The name was already changed. The name of the country was the Republic of Carthage, for over 1,000 years. So we didn't really change the name. The name was changed, and we didn't know who changed it exactly, and we don't know exactly why they changed our name. This is like changing a prestigious and glorious name to a name that almost nobody knows in the world. You know what I mean?
But which arguments will you use to convince the authorities and the people to opt for the new name? Which arguments?
Sorry, say that again.
Which arguments are you going to use to convince people to join you, to join your ranks?
Well, the main legitimate argument is history. It's really who we are. We know our history. No matter how they try to change our history, to change our name, to change all that stuff, we still know our history. This is a fact. This is we're not coming. This is not just a dream. It's not a dream. It's based on reality. The reality is this country was called Carthage for over 1,000 years, and everybody knows this country by that name. If you go, let's say, for example, this is maybe some. I'm going to tell you one of my personal experiences when I first came to the U.S. People used to ask me, where are you from? What's your background? And I tell them I'm Tunisian, and they kind of glare at me. They just, what is that? Is that Europe? Is that Latin America? What is that exactly? And I tell them, it's a North African country. It used to be called Carthage. Oh, Carthage, and then they know.
They know Carthage.
What I'm talking about. Yeah, everybody knows Carthage. People still studying Carthage in their history books until now, in the U.S. and in Japan and all over the world.
And even war strategies.
What's up?
War strategies of Carthage are being studied now in strategy universities.
Of course, yeah.
I think we don't need war strategies. We need economy. Economy.
Yes, economy. Yeah.
We need economy. We need education.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the challenges, Karim Mokhtar. The challenge that you will probably be facing as a new movement, a new political movement in Tunisia.
The main challenge is to make the shift, to change people's consciousness about this, because it's really, I believe, for some people, it's really controversial. People don't really accept such a big change just out of the blue. We grew up knowing that we are Tunisian. We love Tunisia. It's our country. We are, we're Tunisians. We're not Carthaginians. Unfortunately, all we know from Carthage, most people, all what they know from Carthage is the festival. And let's say if you Google Carthage, for example, which I think it's a little shameful, if you Google Carthage, like the first 3 pages are about the festival and are about singing. And I'm not. By the way, I'm not against singing at all.
I see. You're an artist. You're an artist, so you have no problem with that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an artist myself. So what I'm saying is, we're not really. We don't really know our history. We don't really know who we are, and that's what's creating a lot of confusion. And that's what's making a lot of people, unfortunately, don't have a lot of respect for the country itself. Everybody wants to leave the country. Everybody thinks that once we leave Tunisia or Carthage, life is gonna suddenly change, and we're gonna be happy, and we're gonna be, it's not the truth. We're gonna know who we are exactly first.
Do you think it's just about names?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you think it's just about names? Do you believe the name will convince people to work harder?
No, of course not. The name is just a symbol, Adnen.
Yeah, I see.
The name is the symbol. This is, if I'm going to give you a little analogy, it's like someone who doesn't know his name, or someone else changed his name. You're not going to go far in society without knowing your own name. So that's like the first step. You got to know your name. And by the name, I don't just mean changing the word itself. It's not really the word. It's the symbolism behind the word. It's the history that a lot of people don't know. Again, it's the pride. It's a sense of pride. When you have that sense of pride, you're gonna be more motivated to do things.
Karim, as a young businessman and politician based in the United States, how do you evaluate the current political situation in Tunisia?
Like most people right now, it's based on what's going on the numbers, on the stats. I don't think we're doing very well. The unemployment rate is increasing, as everybody knows. The cost of living is very high. Last time I went to Tunisia, I made some comparison. It's almost the same, with the same prices as in California, which is considered one of the most expensive places on the face of the earth. The wages in Tunisia are very low. I don't really understand how a lot of young people can survive in this economy. And by surviving, I don't just mean eating and sleeping. I mean because we're humans and we need to grow as humans as well. It's not just about eating and sleeping. And we need to learn things. We need to do things. We need to all that stuff. I don't see with this current situation how we're going to be doing all that stuff unless we, like I said again, one of the ideas we're implementing is the e-commerce in Tunisia, for example. We're gonna, for example, I believe in liberation of the dinar, Tunisian dinar. I believe we should enable our young people to start small companies on the internet and start selling products and services all over the world. Especially, Tunisian people speak at least 2 languages, at least Arabic and French, and these 2 languages are extremely strategic.
On RTC, we speak Spanish, Italian, German as well.
Right. No, I said, the average speaks at least 2 languages.
Yeah, that's the advantage here.
And that's what, the same thing happened in the Republic of Carthage. That's why the Republic of Carthage was very strong and powerful, because it's the same exact reason. People were very diverse, and people were very into commerce, international commerce. It's the same exact thing,
Karim, what is your final message to our listeners who are listening to you now on RTC?
Well, my final message, Adnan, is I would say this. I would say the walls of Carthage were certainly destroyed about 2,000 years ago, but the idea itself is not, and will never be. The movement is, this movement is the seed with which the idea will flourish again.
Karim Mokhtar, thank you very much. You're in California, and our next song is for you. It's Miss California. So enjoy and stay with us, Karim.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Miss California. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Miss California by Dante. Welcome back. Slimane, some people have just joined us on Facebook and they want you to sum up.
Okay, I will do 2 or 3 points about Carthage. For people who know Carthage, Carthage was mentioned in many essays of Plato. It was the nearest city to his Atlantis, in word for violence and corruption. Carthage knew democracy since thousands of years ago, where authority is based on justice and equality between citizens. It encouraged people to explore knowledge, science, and to invent, and to be open to the world, culture and commerce. So, for the ROC movement, the Republic of Carthage movement, Republic of Carthage movement believes that the real name of our country is the Republic of Carthage, which was Carthage in the Phoenician language, which means the modern city. It is a modern name. I believe that it is a modern name. We believe that the name of Tunisia is made by colonialists to make our people forget our past glory and the real story of Carthage. We believe as a first initiative in 2013, the ROC movement, the Republic of Carthage movement, will provide the new entrepreneurs, the youth that we were talking about with Karim, entrepreneurs. It will provide them with a professional website in content and form in these fields: technology, industry, teaching or learning, artisanal handicraft. All the websites, steps, hosting, and all the steps of the website will be made by volunteers of the movement
In Tunisia or in the United
Tunisia
States?
or all over the world, all the people who want to help us. In the second half of 2013, ROC will launch a website e-learning, to make e-learning, to make the new graduated to give private lessons to pupils, secondary and primary pupils, and get their salaries through bank transactions. The second step, website is a website to give free courses to businessmen who want to commercialize their products worldwide. Then, after this step, 10 websites will be launched in the same half of year, giving lessons, e-learning, workshops in many fields, new employment opportunities for jobless young people, enable to invest money in private projects, and then the principle, the biggest principle of the Republic of Carthage is that we refuse discrimination of the other political parties. We are ready to work with them.
I want to thank you, Slimane Zoukeri. I want to thank also Karim Mokhtar from the Republic of Carthage movement. Karim was live with us from California. I want to thank the maestro Qaiser Boudriba for his valuable technical assistance. The video and the podcast of this interview will be available on the Facebook page, RTCI, the English language program, and tell me to Adnen Chaouachi. Stay tuned to the best radio in Tunisia. Stay tuned to RTCI. You might have been heard, babe, that ain't no lie. You've seen them all come and go. I remember you told me that it may be you believing. Every little thing I do never seems enough for you. You don't want to lose it again. But I'm not like that. Maybe when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me. Stay tuned. Bye.
You might been hurt.